the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
Outstanding. I mean, Spencer, Ruby Whitehorn, I mean, she's a tremendous player. So Destiny Wells will be back. Kanaya Boyd, I'm very interested in. I mean, she's a freshman, so you don't want to put pressure on a freshman. I mean, that's a lot coming at them. But there's some of the newcomers are definitely going to be ones who could potentially thrive in an up tempo system. Talaysia Cooper, I think, will just be outstanding in a system like this. She's so quick. She's one of the quickest players I've ever seen, and she is ultra competitive, particularly on defense. And you don't always get that with skilled offensive players because they're not always that interested in being a good defensive player. But she's somebody that could also become like a Jordan Horston in the WNBA. She's got that kind of skill package. So I'm curious to see how she does.
How do you think redshirting will help her? Like just being the program for a little bit and kind of getting her feet wet and grounded.
Normally you would say she's had a year in the system, but now the whole system changed. I mean, she practiced, against the team and with the team last year, but I mean, everything isn't new to her. You got to travel with the team. She was at South Carolina. She brings, even though she hasn't played in a year, a tremendous amount of savvy about the game. And the fact that all of them stayed minus one player is I mean, that's incredible in this day and age of the portal. So I am still telling people to pump the brakes. A first-year coach putting in a new system does not necessarily light things up. Give it time. Let them adjust to it. Let her adjust to them. I mean, I think they'll be competitive, but I just want people to let this team grow. And what you want to do is be playing so much better, once you hit 2025 and you go into postseason. Because it's an adjustment. It was an adjustment in Kelly's first year.
Yeah.
Just as everything is new and everything is different. But there's a lot of athletes on this team. There are a whole lot of athletes on this team.
Well, I think what will be interesting, I guess maybe this is a little bit different than the previous head coaches who've come in here in year one at Tennessee, is that her style is going to blitz and surprise people. I mean, this is not a style that other SEC programs have seen. Like this is different.
Yeah, can they play it like Auburn does? Because Auburn gives people fits, but how many wins does that translate into? That's where the offense has to come. She also likes to shoot a lot of threes, so that'll be a good thing to watch too. Who is consistently hitting a three ball? That you will need that to get on the floor too. So.
Who stands out to you in terms of like who should be able to light it up from deep this year?
I mean, I think Spencer shot pretty well. Talaysia Cooper can shoot the three ball. I remember watching the McDonald's All-Star game and she just was launching behind the arc. Sarah Puckett has established that she can hit. Tess Darby, Edie Darby, we don't really have a big body of work to look at. Avery but she was working to improve her shot. Cooper, I don't know if Jillian was trying to add that to her repertoire. I mean, that trail three person who could, who could come back as the defense is trying to scramble. It could be a key person in this, but.
Who of the 3-point shooters create their own shot the best versus having to be set up? Who's the best just individual creator there?
That's a good question too. I mean, it's obviously, Rikea could create her shot. She didn't take a lot of threes, but I mean, she was a threat to shoot. I mean, Tess was more of a, trail or, get open. The defense loses her, bam, hit her with a pass, and then catch and shoot motion. Destiny, we didn't get to see much because of her injury. I mean, that's a good – I mean, I really think Cooper could fall in that category too because she's so athletic. Jill's probably. I mean, I think she can do more about putting the ball on the floor. She when she first got here, I think she was putting up a lot of threes. She got better as the season went on in terms of moving around more, finding spots, not just but like I said, we've all got to get used to seeing what they're going to do. I'd love to talk to Kim in August, Coach Caldwell, because these are all great questions that without a body of work to look at to see what's going on in practice.
Absolutely. Well, in terms of, I mean, this is something I think that we can look at without seeing some practice, which is just that because I mean, there's a lot of, obviously there's so many different players in the portal that you can scout and look at and look to bring in, and you don't know who you're ultimately going to be able to bring in. You cast a wide net. You have to watch a lot of tape very quickly, especially when you're a new staff coming in here. What do you think the transfer targets and the ultimate additions by Kim in this first cycle tell you about what she's going to value and what she's going to look for in terms of
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.